Hello, welcome to the BT360 podcast, What's Up in Business Travel, a weekly podcast where we update you on what's up this week in the world of business travel. This podcast is great for those who need to know what's happening, all in less than 15 minutes. My name is Ash. Let's get started. It is Monday, June 23rd, and we've completed week 24 of 2025. As a reminder, BusinessTravel360.com is a great resource to take advantage for everything business travel. Here you can listen to great podcasts, take advantage of bonus points and standard special offers, and even have some fun with some good videos. Check all of this out on BusinessTravel360.com. Now, let's get to the headlines. Qatar Airways has just been named the winner at this year's Skytrax World Airlines Awards. It is the 9th time that Qatar Airways has received the honor in the 26-year history of the awards. Qatar was also named the best airline in the Middle East, world's best business class, and best business class airline lounge. Singapore Airlines, a 5-time winner of the World's Best Airline Award, took second place this year, also receiving the award for the best airline cabin crew, along with the world's best first class and best airline in Asia. Cathay Pacific was third, and Emirates Airlines took fourth place. Japan's All Nippon Airways took fifth. Turkish Airlines took sixth, and the seventh went to Korean Air. Air France was named number 8. Finally, Japan Airlines took the 9th position, and Hainan Airlines rounded out the top 10. AirAsia was also among the winners, being named the world's best low-cost airline, an award that the airline has won year after year since 2010. Virgin Atlantic took the crown for the world's best premium economy class airline, and Bangkok Airways took the world's best regional airline for the 9th year in a row. Air Canada won the best airline in North America, and its Toronto Pearson Signature Suite won the Best Business Class Lounge Standing Award. Federal safety officials are pressing for immediate steps to address a potentially serious issue involving the Boeing 737 MAX aircraft, following incidences where bird strikes triggered engine failures that resulted in smoke filling the cabin and cockpit. The NTSB issued formal recommendations after examining 2 2023 events involving Southwest Airlines jets powered by LEAP 1B engines. They are made by CFM International, a joint venture between GE Aerospace and Safran. In both cases, large birds struck the engines, causing internal damage that led to smoke entering the aircraft. The NTSB has called the FAA to ensure pilots are warned about this issue and its potential consequences. It has also urged the U.S., European, and Chinese aviation regulators to assess whether similar risks exist in other aircraft models that use the variants of the LEAP engine, including those from Airbus and China's Comac. In addition to recommending a broader safety review, the NTSB has asked regulators to mandate software upgrades developed by Boeing and CFM to help mitigate the issue. American Express Global Business Travel is launching its first brand campaign, Great Ideas Travel. The campaign focuses on ideas, connections, and possibilities that come from gathering in person, and introduces Amex GBT's golden brand identity and role as a partner in business. In its first commercial, a woman has traveled to inspect shirts on a number of clothing mannequins that are exposed from the waist down. All of a sudden, she gets an idea and says, "What if we start making pants?" The campaign will run on television, social media, digitally, as well as appearing at events and on owned channels. Amex GBT's Chief Marketing Officer said, "It's a new way of telling the Amex GBT story." Hyatt said it's completed the $2.6 billion deal with Playa, closing in on a deal that's been in the works since late 2024. The deal adds 15 all-inclusive properties previously managed and owned by Playa to the Hyatt portfolio. This includes 8 that were already part of the Hyatt system, the Hyatt Ziva and Hyatt Zilara. The remaining properties are mostly in premier beach destinations in Montego Bay, Jamaica, and Cancun in Mexico. Hyatt also began investing in Playa in 2013, including launching the Hyatt Ziva and Hyatt Zilara brands. In late 2024, the two companies revealed that they were in exclusive talks on a new agreement. Now in news that impacts the travel industry. Total U.S. air sales in May decreased year over year, the fourth straight month of decline according to ARC. Total May U.S. sales settled by ARC declined by 5% to just under $8.6 billion. Total May passenger trips inched up 0.26% to nearly 25.8 million. Domestic trips declined by 0.12% to 16.2 million, while international trips were up by 0.9% to nearly 9.6 million. In addition, trips sold by corporate agencies, those with at least 70% self-reported corporate and government business, and settled by ARC declined for the fifth month in a row. They were down by 8% year over year, the steepest of the monthly drops in 2025. In April, they were down 6.2% when compared with April 2024. NDC transactions in May accounted for 21.5% of total transactions, up from 20.3% in May of 2024. The total number of agencies in May 2025 reporting NDC transactions was 948. The May average price for U.S. domestic round-trip travel was $530, down from $543 reported a year before. The average price in May for an economy class ticket increased 1% year over year to $462, while the average price for a premium ticket was up 2% at $1,201. JetBlue Airways is planning new cost-cutting measures, such as reducing flights and parking aircraft, as soft travel demand makes achieving a break-even profit margin in 2025 unlikely. This is according to an internal memo seen by Reuters. The airline will look to wind down underperforming routes while focusing on more profitable ones, and is reassessing the size and scope of its leadership team. JetBlue shares have lost more than 42% this year. JetBlue had earlier revealed plans to defer deliveries of 44 new Airbus jets, cutting planned capital expenditures by about $3 billion between 2025 and 2029. Air India said it will start reducing international flying on wide-body aircraft by 15% until mid-July, a decision that comes nearly a week after the airline experienced a fatal plane crash in India. Air India said it was reducing international wide-body service for a variety of reasons, including enhanced safety inspections following the crash, airspace closures in Europe and Asia, and rising geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. Air India cancelled 83 flights over the past 6 days. And now, news of new travel services and improvements. Hilton will open more than 100 new hotels across Africa by 2030 as part of a bold strategy to nearly triple its presence on the continent. Hilton, which currently operates 63 hotels in Africa, announced the expansion at the Future Hospitality Summit Africa 2025 in Cape Town. The development will create approximately 18,000 new jobs and introduce Hilton brands into 15 African countries, including first-time entries in Angola, Benin, and Madagascar. This expansion includes a diverse mix of Hilton's flagship, lifestyle, and mid-scale brands, such as the Hilton Hotels and Resorts, DoubleTree by Hilton, Hilton Garden Inn, Canopy by Hilton, Curio Collection, and Hampton by Hilton. It represents one of the largest growth strategies in Africa's hospitality sector and highlights Hilton's long-standing commitment to local communities and economic development through tourism infrastructure. Hilton will make its debut in Angola with 3 properties. Southwest Airlines, which already has a partnership with Iceland Air, will announce a new route from Baltimore to Iceland sometime this fall, launching in the spring of 2026. The news makes sense given that Southwest has also filed a petition with the U.S. DOT last month requesting permission to operate flights to any country that has an open skies agreement with the U.S. This list includes nations across Europe, Latin America, Asia, and Africa. The route will mark Southwest's first ever transatlantic flight and its first European destination. From October 2025, Air New Zealand customers traveling to North America will have access to more than 34,000 additional seats, alongside a boost of 20,500 premium seats across the wider long-haul network. The Star Alliance airline is also bringing up to 7 new retrofitted 787 Dreamliners into service by the end of the year, promising a refreshed in-flight experience from nose to tail. Overall, the airline will operate 8% more seats to the US and Canada compared with the previous year, including a 15% increase in premium seating. With premium demand continuing to rise, Air New Zealand says it is delivering with an additional 4,800 premium seats on Asia services alone. And now in some technology news. Groupize is positioning itself for an AI-forward solution and rebranding to Groupize.ai. The company announced upcoming partnerships with AI-powered group booking platforms to deliver instant venue bookings that include live integrations with sales and catering platforms to ensure real-time group availability, dynamic pricing, and seamless booking. This week, Groupize rolled out a new natural language chatbot that organizers can use to create new meeting request forms. Called Amy, the AI agent prompts users to provide and clarify the requirements of their events, then generates a meeting request form that can feed directly into the Groupize.ai sourcing workflows. Earlier this year, Groupize AI launched what it called Marketplace AI, driven by its 2024 acquisition of the Vendry. Thrust Carbon has developed a new feature that allows future scenario modeling and cost analysis related to emissions reduction goals. The NetZero forecaster enables organizations to test various carbon reduction methods and balance climate targets against operational requirements, cost factors, and industry trends. The tool can visualize different net zero pathways based on travel policy levers, such as cabin class restrictions or switching from air to rail. Forecasts can be instantly updated according to various timeframes and travel modes. The NetZero Forecaster is available now with early access via the Thrust Calculator. New features are being added based on user feedback and industry developments. Apple will soon allow its users to input their passports into the Apple Wallet, but the digital ID passport will only be accepted for domestic travel. The feature, which will be available with the release of the iOS 26 update this fall, will allow users to seamlessly create and add a digital ID to the Apple Wallet using a US passport. Like all IDs in the Apple Wallet, the new solution takes advantage of the privacy and security features already built into iPhones and Apple Watch. The digital ID does not replace the physical passport, which will still be required for all international travel. Users will only be able to present it for domestic trips at airports that accept digital ID. Serco has integrated Amadeus's NDC content and technology into its Zeno travel and expense platform. The integration means that the NDC offers on Amadeus's platform, including corporate negotiated fares and ancillary services, are available for shopping and booking on the Amadeus platform. Currently, 35 airlines provide NDC content to the Amadeus travel platform. Serco noted that the integration would give its travel management company and corporate clients an additional means of accessing NDC offers in advance of the launch of Qantas's NDC model next month. Serco is working to add more flexibility to Amadeus NDC bookings, including combining NDC and EDIFACT fares into a single booking, and the ability to cancel NDC bookings before they're ticketed. With that, thank you for joining us, and I would like to ask you to tune in again next week on Monday morning to get your weekly update. We hope that you will make this a regular part of your week and listen in while you're on the move or sitting back and sipping your coffee. You can subscribe to this podcast by searching Business Travel 360 on Apple or Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, or Pandora. Be sure to share this podcast with everyone you know so that they can also benefit from getting to know more about what's up in business travel. You can always find more information on businesstravel360.com. Have a great day and travel well.